Hello, my name is Laura Kalaus. I work in Tartu City Government, Department of Culture, Youth Policy Service, and now I will give you a preview about Tartu City Portal Services Information System SPOKU, where people and organizations can submit applications for different projects, fundings and statements for services. It all started in 2006. At the beginning, the proceedings were time-consuming and uncomfortable. Applications were submitted manually. For example, at the time of submitting applications and confirming participation in hobby activities, people stood in long queues behind the department store. The volume of documents was enormous. There are many system requirements. To enter the system, you must log in with Estonian ID card, mobile ID or smart ID. Estonia has a secure information exchange technology for exchanging data with national registers, called XT. Those of you attended Tartu thematic event already know about it. For example, with document management system and KISS applications, the application must be easy to submit and correct. Electronic confirmation of participation in hobby activities. On this basis, the city determines the amount of grant. Electronic submission of reports, for example, when it is required to report on how the grant was used. Automatic notifications. These are for applicants and local government employees to let them know that an application has been submitted or approved. So here you can see 15-year timeline. As I said before, it all started 2006. Then we managed to find a good development partner, Pixel, to create the system. The city didn't want to become owner of the system. Rather, we bought a license to use and order additional developments. 2007. The first generation of the system went live for all culture department applications. During this year, 15% applications were submitted on paper and 25% through SPOKU. Year after that, all applications and reports were submitted electronically. The major change took place in 2015, when Estonia's national e-form system was shut down for local governments and only central government forms were hosted. So we had to find a new home for all our other electronic applications. Luckily, we already had SPOKU and lots of experience with company and institution applications. Thanks to our good partner, a smooth transition followed. And now we all have sorts of different e-forms in SPOKU, from renting a cargo bike to applying for social support. SPOKU has many interfaces. In Estonia, it is easy to use strong authentication because every Estonian has a nationally issued identification card that could be used as electronic ID as well. Now it is possible to identify through mobile phone too, with mobile ID or smart ID. Soon we will be interfacing with European standard authentication system as well. This strong ID is great because we can already request and fill out a person's name and address from national registers by the personal ID code. Same for businesses through the registration code. We use the profession and education registers to check people's education and profession certificates where this is needed for applying. In the case of supervised activities, such as hobby groups, the real estate register is used for checking property ownership related info. All applications get registered in our document management system. Some data is exchanged with GeoInfo system, and all invoice and grant related info goes to financial info system. SPOKU is very flexible. We can design e-forms however we want. There are a lot of field types. We can add reports and payments functionality. We can export statements and reports. We may decide if we require simple confirmation or signing documents. We may decide which notifications are sent to applicants and employees on a form basis. The whole system is logged. Sometimes an application should be approved by external partners as well, such as the police or rescue board. In that case, we may add external approvers to the process. Sometimes the applicants are children. In this case, their parents get notifications and can confirm that they are aware and approve the application submitted by the child. For example, participation in summer camps. Depending on the operation, there are different role distributions. For example, external observers. They are neighboring local governments who look at states of children attending hobby activities in Tartu city. Or assessor. Somebody who looks through culture grant applications and awards points to the application. Through years, SPOKU has developed and expanded. It was a good decision that we didn't become the owner because we wouldn't have had the resources to offer and develop the system for all other local governments. But our partner is financially motivated to sell and adapt the product to everybody. Whenever some local government orders a new functionality, all others are free to use it. In case of some bigger, more difficult developments, local governments usually order the functionality together. Here you can see how the e-forms are created. This is city center parking permit for local citizen. At first we ask the personal ID code. The data that is then displayed through the population register is the person's name and address. The next text field is car license plate number. The third field is period, and you can choose one period from drop-down list. Then it's the confirmation field, where you can use checkbox option. Then the form must be saved and can be previewed. And now we will show you a test version on how to apply for a city center parking permit. First, you have to log in with ID card. And in the application, we ask also a personal identification code, but this is a test version. The next field is car license plate number, and after that you must choose the period for how long the permit is requested. And then it is necessary to confirm that the residence has no private parking spaces. The last mark is confirmation that the information provided is correct. After that, the application must be submitted. I want to thank you, and if there are any questions, please let us know.